Okay, busy day in the shop. We're sitting at Wednesday. What are we? We're sitting at Wednesday, March 2nd. These guys have a lot going on in the shop. We've got Abby behind me. We've got, that's Magpie. Back end of Abby is, that's the hobo back there. That's Aaron's bus. So 3 very cool projects going on. Sorry about the noise. We've got air running because today's a CNC day. Christian is cutting out the furniture for, I'm actually not sure what Christian is cutting out right now. I'm gonna go ask him. I found it. We are currently cutting out the electrical cabinet. I could not find Christian. He's tied up with Frankie right now. They're doing a lot of planning, so they got a lot going on today. Always. That was a little look at our electrical cabinet. That's going to be part of our spec build in Abbey there. So that is the Ponderosa. We've got some action going on in the Ponderosa. Guy is currently putting up our bracing.
Drilling holes in a brand new van.
How's it going? Good. Guy is currently inside of our Ponderosa build. He's adding the bracing supports for all the wall panels, ceiling panels. Well, let's just show you what he's doing. So he's currently working on the driver's side. He already has the passenger side done. Fairly simple concept. These are just some thin galvanized metal. It's gonna offer some bracing that we can actually attach our ceiling panels to. Looks like it fits pretty well. Any tips or tricks so far? Pretty straightforward. Although fairly straightforward, this is a very important stage. This makes the panel install loads easier. The reason for that is the spacing on these ribs. So if we actually look, I think our narrowest, they're all varied, but the spaces between ribs are quite large. So like, for example, right in the middle of the van, you've probably got a 36-inch space right here. Just no good for securing panels. Too big of a span, you've got way too much movement in that ceiling panel. So now, with these backers that are all broken, it's solid. Okay, yesterday was a kind of prep day, I guess, in the van. A lot of work was done for backing and layout prep in Abbey. Again, that's our first Ponderosa spec layout. Today is much more of an assembly day. The CNC was operating for about 8 hours yesterday. Got all of our cabinets cut out. Now we're looking at a bunch of puzzle pieces, and it is John's job to put them back together. I'll dive a little bit into the CNC layout and how we designed all these cabinets. Other than that, I'm gonna give you guys a tour on the Hobo build and Magpie. So those are our 2 buses, both 2 very unique builds. They're about at the same stage. So I'll give you guys a good look at what's done so far, and I'll point out some of the key features in each of these builds so that you guys can ask away with questions. All right, let's go check on John. Yours are working?
Yeah. No complaints here.
He wants to know why we're not having any meetings.
You guys are having meetings. Is it film worthy?
Right on.
Sure, it's film worthy. Okay, so many months ago.
Hold on. Okay, John's got a question here.
No, not that.
This is live, John.
Okay, good, it's live. So I was working with Cole up in the office, and I had a 5 hours down there, and I kept forgetting about it. I never got paid for it, and I kept beginning to bring it up. So then, like what reminds me of it is that bulletin board, because it was written in the corner of the bulletin board. That thing got taken down, got stuck in a corner, and then now that it's back up, every time I walk by it, I remember, hey, I didn't get paid those 5 hours for the office thing. That's $125 if your addition's quite right.
What was the date? So John thinks he's got a payment issue. We're gonna have to look into that.
It just needs more motivation. Yeah.
Okay, so Guy is assembling toe kicks. And we do have toe kicks under every piece of furniture, right? Even in the rear.
Yep, this one's the shower.
Okay, so Guy's assembling the shower toe kicks. John, are you doing an assembly today?
Well, I'm just assembling now, and then I'll be finishing.
Okay, so Guy's on assembly, and John over here, out of the picture, is, well, he's sanding away.
Tell when a blade's not working, okay? Just run your fingers down, it's hot, but just run your fingers down there. Okay, feel up here for starters. Just run them down, yeah. Feel the knobs. Okay, now down where it's supposed to, where it's cutting. Yeah. There's nothing there, eh? So that's how you can kind of tell when a blade is screwed. You got this hooking here, and those are because the teeth they've been all knocked off from cutting.
Okay, so we're down on the assembly table. So it comes off of the CNC. Sorry about that air noise. So once it comes off the CNC, it gets sorted. These are all labeled and assigned to their specific cabinet. This is all of the boxes, toe kicks, everything that doesn't get a laminate finish. And that's going in this van right here.
Toe kicks go right into the van. All of this stuff gets finished, then assembled, and
what's our finishing process?
we're going to sand it, tape the edges that have glue on them, and then I'm going to haul them upstairs, put them on a rack, and then I'll start spraying for a couple of days.
Okay, so John's got all our fine finishing. He gets to make these look good. They'll come back down clear coated and ready for assembly, I guess, right? And ready for assembly. Okay, so the first bus we're gonna dive into, this big one right here, that's Magpie. Well, let's just show off what we've done so far. Okay, so as you guys just saw, very good head start on this build. Framing is essentially done. Very important step. Obviously, the more dialed this framing can be, makes the rest of the job that much easier. Okay, let's show off a few framing highlights. First thing you're gonna see, we use 2x2 spruce plywood, spruce fir. Those are the main sticks for our framing. Anywhere where backing is required, we turn to 2x4s and insert those wherever needed. That's for mounting and securing any objects throughout the build. One of the key things you guys are going to see with our framing and the way we do it is everything is brought off the walls of the metal bus. We like to leave a gap in between so we can fill that with spray foam and get a really good 3 to 4 inch fill. Super essential when these buses are visiting temperatures of -40 degrees Celsius, as we've seen in some of the past episodes. So here is an example of our 2x2s. They're the bulk of our frame. So we're running right to the floor with a 2x2 base plate. So these walls always bear on our subfloor. Once all these walls are up in place here, then the guys go around and add blocking. So this is backing that's going to be used to fasten something. Probably upper cabinets. I believe upper cabinets in this area. Right there and right there. This is the main living area, and those are going to be windows. So this gets left up for spray foam. There's backing in there so it won't go down below. But that gets filled up with spray foam. Then we insert our windows and we'll fill with spray foam any of these corners. Anything that doesn't get hit will fill. Okay, so up front here, lots of room up above the cab area that you can't necessarily utilize. Super funky thing going on here. I'm pretty sure this is what this was. Clients wanted a hammock in the back that went widthwise that they could set up if they wanted to. That didn't end up working out. There just was too many space constraints back there to fit their kitchen that they wanted. So I believe this was moved up front, and I think this is gonna be where a hammock can hang. So I think this was just initial testing. But we've got L-track on the driver's side and L-track on the passenger side. So the idea is you'll hang a hammock between there. So I did it again. I ran out of time to get the hobo bus filmed. That will be next week, I promise. It got a little busy. Meetings ran a little bit long. The boys had a lot to talk about. All good stuff. These feedback meetings, we do them monthly. We haven't had meetings for the last 2 months, and it showed. Honestly, the monthly meetings, what it really does for our team is it just allows everyone a chance to communicate what they need to communicate, whether it's issues, wins, anything going on. Well, our policy in the shop is just get it out there, and we can either help you out with it. Sometimes people just have to vent. If there is something specific you guys would like to see next week, let me know. We got 3 big builds going on, so ask away. That's gonna be it for this week. I'm going to Saskatoon for the weekend. Whoa! Just when it starts getting nice outside. We've got ourselves a bit of a snowstorm, I suppose. Come on.